In this video, I will show you how to create a professional and SEO-friendly travel website using Travel Muni free WordPress theme. Travel Muni is a user-friendly, easy-to-use and powerful travel booking WordPress theme. This video tutorial is beginner-friendly, easy to understand and simple to follow along. This right here is the demo page. By the end of this video, we will create an exact same website as you are seeing on the screen right now. Let's get started. I will start by giving you a tour of the demo page. We will then dive into the extra features on our sales page. We will download the theme, we will install and activate the theme, and dive into the customizer settings, where we will configure each of the settings one by one and step by step. We will also create our very first trip. To access Travel Muni free WordPress theme, you'll have to go to our site wptravelengine.com, go to Themes from the navigation menu, scroll down here. Along with other themes, you will also find Travel Muni. Click on View Details. To access the demo page, you'll have to click on the View Live Demo button. I have already opened the live demo page in the new tab here. So let's explore through the demo page. Let's start with the header section. Here, you will be able to add your own custom site logo. If you don't have a site logo yet, you will be able to add the site title and the tagline. You will be able to add a navigation menu, and there is also a search bar. This enables your visitors to search for what they are looking for in your site. You can add in the contact details like phone number as well as the email address. You can also add in the labels of your choice and add in the VIP image. You can add Customize the Trip button. This button is helpful if you wish to provide custom trip services to your customers. Then, you can also integrate your social media profiles. A beautiful banner section where you can add a static image like this one, or even a video with call to action. This is the advanced trip search. This allows your visitors to search trips on your website based on destination, activities, duration, budget, and other criteria. It improves user convenience and also saves time. This is the intro section. Here, you can give your visitors a quick glimpse about your business and what services you offer. The top destination section. You can display your popular destination tour services here. The client's testimonial section lets you add comments and experiences of your customer, which in turn builds trust and credibility. The popular section to add your trips and gain more attention to them. The activities section to list out all the activities of your trips and make it easy for your visitors to know the trip details. Special offers section to let your visitors know about your special offers during the holiday season or special occasions. The call to action section to encourage your visitors to take action. Information section to add information about your business with more details. You can also share your achievements and experience of successful tours. The blog section to display latest articles and stories. Recommendation section to display recommendations that your travel website has received from other websites. The footer area. This theme allows 4 different footer areas. Footer copyright editor to edit the footer with your copyright text. You can also add social media like contact numbers and supported payment options. Then, you also get a back to top button. This helps your visitors to get back to the top directly from any section of your website. Now let's take a look at one of the trips and see what our trip page looks like. So let's go to one of the trips from activities. We will go to hiking category. And let's open the first trip. On each individual trip page, you can add a featured image a gallery where you can add trip-related images. You can also add video, trip name, trip duration, trip information, trip prices, trip overview, day-to-day trip itinerary, trip cost includes and excludes, frequently asked questions, and you can also embed a map. If you have added the trip reviews add-on, then you can also display trip reviews here. For each trip, you can also enable trip inquiry form. Using this form, your visitors will be able to make an inquiry for a particular trip. The related trips at the end of every trip page. This increases engagement and retention rate. Let's go to the top. Now, let's head over to our sales page and I will walk you through the extra and eye-catchy features of Travel Muni. So this is the sales page. I have also added the link in the description box below. Travel Muni is a user-friendly, easy-to-use and powerful travel booking WordPress theme, using which you can create a professional and SEO-friendly travel website, that too for absolutely free. If you are still not sure regarding whether Travel Muni theme is for you, then you can go through the list here, which will help you a lot in your decision. We'll now dive into the features. Travel Muni theme passes Google's mobile-friendly test and ensures that the theme provides smooth browsing experience on mobile phone and tablets as well as it does on PCs. All the theme-related settings can be found in the Theme Settings panel. Further, the changes you make can be previewed in real time on the right-hand side. This lightweight theme delivers optimum performance and fast loading speed to decrease bounce rates and improve users' experience. Travel Muni theme also recommends Travel Booking Toolkit plugin. It is also compatible with WP Travel Engine, which is the world's leading travel booking plugin. Advanced Trip Search to let your visitors search trips on your website based on destination, duration, activities, price, and other criterias. PayPal Payment Gateway feature is offered as a built-in feature to allow your customers to book trips and easily make payments via their PayPal account. Travel Muni has several pre-made layouts for different website elements, including 2 header layouts, 2 banner layouts, and sidebar layouts. You can also add a static image or a video with call to action to your banner. The search bar option like we saw in the demo page, then the intro section, destination section, testimonial, popular, activities, special offer, info section, blog section, and recommendation section, just as we saw in the demo page we just explored. You also get trip page settings that helps you make adjustments as you like to make your site look professional. You can add several related trips right beneath the trip page that your visitor is currently browsing. Just like how we saw in the demo page, it increases user retention and also the possibility of conversion. You can add a custom site logo on your website, set a custom background image, as well as add a custom header with image to give a personal touch and feel to your website as per your preference. You can easily reach out to a larger audience by linking your website to popular social sites. The built-in SEO settings such as breadcrumbs and the last updated date for your posts help your site rank higher on search engine. Post excerpt to allow your visitors to give a glimpse of your post. You also get options to show related posts and show or hide the author section with just a single click. Furthermore, Travel Muni gives you better control over your posts with multiple advanced post control options in the customizer. The custom menu options helps you add menus on your website. This theme has 4 noticeable widget areas with footer settings and footer copyright editor. You can get your online site up and ready in no time, as it is also fully WooCommerce compatible. This theme is also Gutenberg compatible, as well as cross-browser compatible. It provides easy legibility, and if you use right-to-left scripts like Arabic or Hebrew, then the theme also supports that, so that you can write and promote your content with confidence. This theme is translation ready, it is SEO friendly, as well as schema friendly to help you gain a higher search engine ranking. And with one-click update, you can stay up to date with all the latest theme feature releases in a single click. Travel Muni allows custom CSS, is crafted with clean and well-organized codes, has extensive and beginner-friendly documentation along with this video tutorial. You get regular updates with feature enhancements, as well as top-notch quick and friendly support. Now, I will show you how to download the Travel Muni free theme. All you have to do is, from the right-hand side, you have to click on the Get It Now button. Now fill in the details like your email address, first name and last name, and click on Download Now, after which the theme will be emailed to the email address that you provide here in a zip format. I have already downloaded the Travel Muni free theme. Now, let's log into our WordPress admin dashboard and we will install and activate the Travel Muni free theme. I have logged into my WordPress admin dashboard and I have also opened our demo page here in the new tab to be able to take various references. Let's head back. Now before we install and activate Travel Muni free WordPress theme, let's take a look at our site and see what it looks like right now. So simply hover your cursor over this house icon and you have to click on Visit Site. I'm going to open this link in the new tab. And this is what the site currently looks like. Now let's go back to our dashboard. Go to Appearance, go to Themes, click on Add New, click on Upload Theme, click on Choose File. Now select the zip file that you downloaded earlier and click on Open. Click on Install Now. Then click on Activate. The Travel Muni free WordPress theme has now been successfully installed and activated. Next up, we have to install and activate the recommended plugins. These plugins will come in handy when we later have to add various features to our site. So it is highly recommended that you install and activate all of the recommended plugins. So click on Begin Installing Plugins. Select all of the plugins. From the drop-down option, select Install and click on Apply. The plugins have been installed. Now, click on Return to Plugins Installer link. Again, select all of the plugins. You simply have to check into this little box here right next to Plugin. From the drop-down option, select Activate this time and click on Apply. And now, the plugins have also been activated. Let's return to dashboard by clicking on Return to the Dashboard link here. One of the recommended plugins from the theme is WP Travel Engine plugin. So as soon as you install and activate the WP Travel Engine plugin, it displays Welcome to WP Travel Engine page. You can click on Let's Get Started and you can make configuration for currency, email, pages, payment, and other options. Or you can click on Return to Dashboard link. I have explained all of these settings in our How to Configure Global Trip Settings video. I have added the link in the description box below, and you will also find the link in the eye icon above. All of the settings that are given here, as well as the global trip settings, are explained in detail in that video. So for now, we will return to dashboard by clicking on this link. Then you will also see a link that says Complete WP Travel Engine Travel and Tour Booking Plugin Activation now. Click on this link. Click on Allow and Continue. And this will take you to the global trip settings of WP Travel Engine. As I mentioned before, all of these settings have been explained in depth in our How to Configure Global Trip Settings video. Please refer to that video with the help of the link I have added in the description box below, or you can also click on the eye icon above. Now let's head over to our site in the front end, and we will give it a refresh to see how it looks like after we have installed and activated the Travel Muni free WordPress theme. And this is what our site looks like. Now let's head back to our dashboard. Now we will access the customizer settings. To do that, go to Appearance and click on Customize. I'm going to open the link in the new tab. Alternatively, from your front end, if you are logged into your WordPress admin dashboard, the admin bar shows up. You can just click on the Customize option from the admin bar here directly to access your customizer settings. Let's head back to our Customizer tab, and these are the customizer settings. Let me quickly walk you through the customizer settings one by one. So the first is Pro Available View Pro Theme. If you click on this button, you will be able to view the Pro version of Travel Muni WordPress theme. Next is Demo and Documentation. Here, you will find the links to our demo page, documentation, and support. From Site Identity, you will be able to create a unique site identity for your site. From under Appearance Settings, you will be able to set the background color for your site. You can add in the background image, and you have the typography options. Under Layout Settings, you have the header layout, the banner layout, and the general sidebar layout options for default, post, as well as the page sidebar layout. Under Front Page Settings, you will find various settings for your front page sections like Banner Section, Search Section, Intro, Destination, Testimonial, Popular, Activity, Special Offer, Call to Action, Info, Blog, Recommendation, and associated sections. Next is the Trip Page Settings. Here, you will find settings for your related trips. Under General Settings, you will find the Header Settings, Social Media Settings, SEO Settings, Post, Blog, and Pages Settings. Then with menus, you can create a navigation menu for your site. Under Widgets, you have the Sidebar Widgets option, and you can also configure the footer areas 1 to 3 and 4. Then you have the Homepage Settings. From here, you can select your homepage displays from latest post or a static page. Then from the Footer Settings, you will find the Footer Bottom Settings as well as the Footer Copyright Settings. Then with the help of additional CSS, you will be able to add your own CSS code to customize the appearance and layout of your site. Now we will start configuring the customizer settings, and we will start with the homepage settings. Under Homepage Settings, you can choose your homepage display from either latest post or a static page. If you select latest post, then all of your latest blog posts will be displayed as your home page. If you select a static page, you will be able to select a separate home page and a separate blog post page. To select a home page, you can simply click on Select, and if you have pre-created a home page or if you wish to select any of these pages as your site's home page, then you can simply select that. If you have not yet created a home page, then you can also create a page from here. Simply click on Add New Page, then give your page a title, then click on Add, and on the right hand side, you will see that you now have a static page as your home page. Then for the post page, you can also click on Select and select a blog post page, or to create a new blog post page, you have to click on Add New Page, give your new page a title, let's give it a title Blog, click on Add, and now you will see this is the blog page from the breadcrumb here, and this page will contain all of the blog posts that you create. Now click on Publish to save the changes. Let's give our Customizer tab a refresh to see the changes here. And the changes can be seen. Let's go over to our front end and give it a refresh. And you will see the changes here as well. So the content that you're seeing right now are the demo content. We will configure all of these sections in the video. Let's go back to our customizer. Now we will go to the site identity. The first option is logo. From here, you will be able to add a site logo to your website. So if you have a customized site logo, you can simply click on Select Logo. Then you can upload files, or you can select the ones from the media library. We have not added any images, so let's upload our logo image. Click on Select Files. Then select your logo and click on Open. All of the images that you upload from here will be stored in the media library section here. Let me upload all of the files all at once. I have also added the recommended image sizes in the description box below. You will also find the recommended image sizes in the text documentation of Travel Muni free WordPress theme. I have uploaded all of the images. Now I will select the logo once again and click on Select. You can crop your logo. I'm going to skip cropping it. So click on Skip Cropping. So here the logo is added and you can see the changes in real time here. Right now, the logo appears really small. So to increase the logo width, you can do that from here. Instead of 60, you can just increase it. So let's add in the logo as 240 pixels. And now it appears here. If you wish to display only the logo and not the site title and the tagline, you simply have to uncheck this little box here. When you uncheck to display site title and tagline, only logo will be visible. Or if you happen to have a logo that supports site title and tagline as well, you can also check into the display site title and tagline box, which will display the site title and tagline. To add in a different site title and tagline, you simply have to remove the title as well as the tagline that is already here. Then you can add in the title and tagline of your choice. Like for example, if you wish to add in a different tagline, just remove it, then add in the tagline of your choice. Which will now be displayed here. For now, I only want to add in the logo, so I will uncheck Display Site Title and Tagline option. Next is the site icon. To add in the site icon, simply click on Select Site Icon. Then select an icon of your choice. I will select the same logo that I have added for the site logo, and this time I will crop the image. And this right here is your site icon. Site icons are what you see in browser tabs, bookmark bars, and within the WordPress mobile apps. I would highly recommend you to add in a site logo because it not only helps your users to identify your site, but it also helps you to build your brand identity. Now, after you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Let's head over to our site in the front end and give it a refresh, and you will see the changes here. Let's go back to our customizer and back. Next, we will go to General Settings and go to the Header Settings. The first option is to add in the Customize the Trip button on your header. So all you have to do is add in the Customize the Trip label here. So instead of the default label that says Customize the Trip, if you wish to add in something else, remove it, then add in the label of your choice. Then inside the Customize the Trip URL box, you will have to copy and paste the featured link. As soon as you add in the link, the Customize the Trip button displays here. Upon clicking this link, your visitors will land on the page of which the link you have added here inside the Customize the Trip URL box. Next, you can also add in the header image. When you upload the header image, it displays in Archive and other pages. So click on Select Image and let's select an image. Let's go with this one. Click on Select. You can also crop it. Now click on Crop Image. And the image will be added. Next, you can upload the VIP image. So what you can do is click on Select Image and select the VIP image. Click on Choose Image, which will display right over here. Then you can also add in the phone number as well as the email address. So let's add both. Let's add the phone number first, then let's add in the phone label. Similarly, we will add in the email as well as the email label. And you will see the changes here on the right hand side. So right now the Customize the Trip button displays here. This is not a problem because upon hiding the controls, it displays perfectly well on your website. Also, please note that the phone and email labels only work with the header 5 layouts as they are mentioned here. After you are done, click on the Publish button. Now let's head over to our front end and give it a refresh. And you will see the changes here. Let's go back. There is one more setting, that is to enable the header search. The header search is this one. If you wish to disable it, you have to uncheck this little box, which will disable or hide the header search from your header. When you check into the option back on, the header search displays here. Let's go back. Don't forget to hit on Publish if you have made any changes. Next is the social media settings. You will be able to add various social media links and display them on your header with the help of this option. To add the social links, you have to click on Add New Links button. From inside the search icons box, you have to search for the social media that you wish to add. For example, if you wish to add in Facebook, simply search for Facebook by typing Facebook. And a small Facebook icon displays here. You have to select the Facebook icon. Now inside the link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your official Facebook page. As soon as you add in the link, it displays over here. Now to add in another link, again, click on Add New Links. Then from the search icon, search for another social media icon. Let's assume this time you wish to add in Instagram. So type in Instagram to search for it. And here is the Instagram icon, click on it. Now copy and paste the link to your official Instagram page. And now, a small Instagram icon has appeared here. You can add more social media links following the same process. Following the same process, I have added more social media links. I have added all of the social media links and they are also displaying respectively on the header. Now, click on Publish. Let's go to our front end, give it a refresh. And here are the social media links that we added. Upon clicking these icons, your visitors will land on the respective social media page or profiles. Now let's head back to our customizer. We will come back to the SEO and post blogs and pages settings in a while. Let's head back. Now, before we move on to other settings, let's go back to our dashboard. And now we will create our very first trip. We will create our very first trip with the help of WP Travel Engine plugin. WP Travel Engine is one of the recommended plugins for the Travel Muni free theme. We installed and activated this plugin at the time of installing and activating the recommended plugins at the beginning of this video. After installing and activating the WP Travel Engine, you will see the WP Travel Engine menu here. Before we create our very first trip, we will create categories. I will show you the benefit of creating categories first, later in the video. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial on how to create your very first trip using the WP Travel Engine plugin. Please find the link in the description box below. Or you can also click on the eye icon above. To create categories, you'll have to first hover your cursor over trips. Here, you will find 3 different taxonomies: destinations, activities, and trip type. The process of creating categories are same for all 3 taxonomies. If you are able to grasp idea for one of the taxonomies, then creating categories for the rest is going to be so much more easier for you. We will start with destinations. Click on it. This will give you the option to add in your trip destinations. Destinations can be countries or places. To make the idea more clearer, let me head over to our demo page. I'll just bring the demo page right next to our working tab. So from the demo page, let's go over to destinations from the navigation menu. Here, you will see all of the destinations along with the images. You will also see the number of tours that are assigned for each of the destinations, and you will see the description as well. Now let's go back. From here, you have to add in the name of the destination, you have to add in the description as well as the short description. Adding short description is optional, then you can add in the image. So let's add in the name, add in the description. Now let's add in the image. Click on Add Image. Then select the image of your choice. Click on Choose Image. Then you have to click on Add New Destinations. And the destination has now been created. The count here represents the number of tours or trips that are assigned with this particular category. We have not created any trip. We have also not assigned any trip or tour with the Bhutan category, which is why the count here shows as 0. Now following the same process, you can keep on adding more destinations. Now let's head over to Activities category again. From under Trips, you have to click on Activities. From here, you can create categories for your activities taxonomy. Activities can be anything trip related, like hiking, jungle safari, kayaking, and so on. to make the idea more clearer, again, let's head over to our demo page and let's go to the activities page from the navigation menu. And here are all of the activities. These are the number of tours that are assigned with activities category, and here are the description along with the related images. Let's go back. Now we will create our first category for activities taxonomy. Creating categories for activities is same as creating categories for destinations. Just add in the name of the activity, add in the description. To add the image, click on Add Image. Select the image of your choice. Click on Choose Image. Then click on Add New Activities. And the newly created activity is now displaying here. The count here represents the number of trips that are assigned with this particular activity. Again, because we have not created any trip and we have not assigned any trip with this particular activity, the count here shows 0. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more activities. Now, we will move on to trip type. So from under trips, right under activities, you have to click on trip type. Adding categories for trip types is same as creating categories for destinations and activities. Trip types are the types of trips that your travel company wants to feature on your travel website. It can be dog-friendly, child-friendly, cultural, or anything. To give you more insight into that, let's head over to our demo page. We'll go to the top and let's go to Trip Types page from the navigation menu. And here are the trip types. Here are the number of tours that are assigned to each of the categories. Here are the images and here are the description. Let's head back. Now let's add in a new trip type. Add in the name of the trip type. Add in the description. Then add in the image. Click on Add Image. Then select the image of your choice. Let's go with this one and click on Add New Trip Type. And here is the newly created trip type category. Just like with destinations and activities, the count here represents the number of tours that are assigned with this particular category. Because we have not created any trips and we have not assigned any of the trips with this category, the count here shows as 0. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more trip types. Now let me pause the video, create a few more categories under all 3 taxonomies, and we will continue with the video. I have created more categories under all 3 taxonomies. Now let's create our very first trip. To create a trip, from under trips, you have to click on Add New. This will give you the option to add a title, description, and configure other settings. So what I will do is, I will go over to the front end. Let's go to the top. From pages, I will go to the trip search page. And I will open one of the trips. Let's open the first one. And we will create the exact same trip. If you are a complete beginner, this will give you an idea of what part of the trip setting shows where in the front end. So we will start by adding the title from the front end. I will copy the title here and I will paste the same title. Then let's add in the description for the trip. Scroll down. Here are the WP Travel Engine trip settings, and first is General Settings. Here you will see the trip code. There is a trip code for every trip you create. These trip codes are used by most travel businesses. You can use the same number, you can customize it, or you can leave it as it is. Next is the duration. You can add in the trip duration on the basis of days and nights. Let's add 15 days. Next, you can enable the cutoff time by enabling the toggle here. The cutoff time is the time before which bookings are allowed for a trip. You can enter the number of cutoff time in days here. For example, if trip starts 2 days from today and the booking is only allowed till today, then that 2 days can be set up as the cutoff time. Then you can set the minimum and maximum age for the participants of the trip. Just enable the toggle, then add in the minimum age as well as the maximum age. You can also set the minimum and maximum participants for the trip. This option is optional. You have to enable the toggle, then you can add in the minimum and maximum participants here. Then click on Save and Continue. This will take us to another settings, which is price and dates. Here, you can create a new package. For each trip you create, it is necessary to have at least one package. So click on Add a new package. Then add in the package name. Click on Edit Pricing and Dates. Here, you will find two different pricing categories in default, Adult and Child. So if you click on one of the categories, let's go to Adult. You can add in the price here. Let's set the price as $1,500 for now. You can then set the pricing type. You can set the pricing type as per person or as per group. If you set the price per person, then during the time of checkout, the total price is multiplied as per the number of persons participating in a trip. If you set the price per group, then no matter how many people are participating in the trip, the price will remain the same. You can also enable the sales price. Then you can set the minimum and maximum packs from here. You cannot change the label from here. Even if you try to remove it, this cannot be removed. For changing the labels of each of the pricing categories, there is another way. Let me demonstrate that to you in a while. Next is the child category. If bringing a child is for free, then you have to set the price at least as 0. Because if bringing a child is for free and you don't add in the price as 0, the child category will not be shown in the front end. If you want to provide group discounts and increase sales, you can go for our group discount add-on extension. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial on group discount add-on extension. Please find the link in the description box below. So apart from the child and the adult category, if you wish to add in more categories, you can also do that. All you have to do is click on the link here. Let's open the link in the new tab. And here it is. Here are the categories that are already created. To add in a new category, you have to add in the name of the category. So let's assume the new category name is teens. Then you can also add in the description as well as set the pricing category as primary pricing category. All you have to do is check into this little box here. If checked, this category will be treated as primary pricing category in packages and trip price will be the price of this category. I will not set it as primary pricing category for now, then you can also add in the age group. Let it be from 13 to 19. Then click on Add New Category. This will display the newly added pricing category here. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more pricing categories. Now, if you remember, the labels could not be changed from here. You can change the labels from back here. So all you have to do is click on Edit. For example, if I wish to change the label for adult pricing category, then I have to click on Adult. Then you have to change in the name. So instead of adult, if I wish to add in seniors, I will have to add in the name as seniors. Then I will have to add in the slug that matches the name of the pricing category. Slug is the URL friendly version of the name and it is usually all lowercase. Now let's click on Update. And let's go back to Categories. You will see the label has changed. You can follow the same process to edit the labels for child category or teens category or other categories that you might add in the future. Now let's go to the tab where we were creating our trip. Let's save the changes by clicking on Save and Close. And I will also click on Continue. Now give this tab a refresh. Let's go to Pricing and Dates. And here is the package one we created. Click on Edit Pricing and Dates once again, and you will see the changes here accordingly. The label has now changed, as well as the newly added Teens Pricing category is now displaying here along with other categories. For each category you create, the options to add the pricing details is the same. So I will quickly fill up the pricing details for Teens category. Click on Save and Close to save the changes, and I will also change the label back to Adults from here. So click on Edit and I will change the name as well as the slug. I will also set Adult category as primary pricing category and I'll click on Update. Now let's go back to our tab where we were creating our trip. Now just click on Continue to save all of the changes we have made so far, and we will give this tab a refresh. Let's go to Pricing and Dates once again. Click on Edit Pricing and Dates, and now you will see the label has now changed. If there is any confusions, if you do not understand any concept from here, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. Next is dates. If you wish to set specific dates when the trips can be booked, you can get the Trip Fix Starting Dates add-on extension. If you don't require Fixed Departure Dates extension, then the trips you create will be available for booking throughout the year, as the calendar displays all dates as available. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial for Trip Fix Starting Dates add-on extension. You can find the link in the description box below. Under General, you can add in the short description for General Package Settings. After you are done, click on Save and Continue. If you want to allow upfront or partial payment to your customers, then you can get the partial payment add-on extension from the link here. Your visitors will be able to make a certain payment as the partial payment, and later on, they will be able to make the full payment after the booking of the trip. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial for partial payment add-on extension. You can find the link in the description box below. Click on Continue. Next is Extra Services. If you wish to provide additional services such as supplementary room, hotel upgrade, airport pick and drop, then you can go for our Extra Services add-on extension from the link here. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial for Extra Services add-on extension. You can find the link in the description box below. Click on Continue. Next is the Trip Overview. You can add in Trip Overview with the help of this option. First, you can override the section title here. By default, the section title for Trip Overview section is Overview. If you wish to add in a different title, remove the title that is already here, then add in the title of your choice. Then you can add in the Trip Overview from here. So let's go over to our front end. Scroll down and I will copy the Trip Overview from here. Let's go back and let's paste it. Next, you can add in the individual trip highlights from here. You have to add in the section title. So I will copy the same title that is here, that is trip highlights, and I will paste it. To add in the trip highlight, click on Add Trip Highlight. Then you can enter the trip highlight here. From the demo page, these are the highlights. I will copy one of the trip highlights and I will paste it here. To add in another trip highlight, click on Add Trip Highlight. Then you can keep on adding more trip highlights. If you wish to remove any of the trip highlights, then you can click on the delete icons here. Now click on Save and Continue. Next is Itinerary. You can add day-to-day trip related itinerary from here. You can change the section title from here. Just remove the title that is already here, then add in the title of your choice. Now here you have to add in the itinerary title and the itinerary content for day 1. Let's head over to our demo page and let's go to the Itinerary tab. I will copy the title, paste it here, then I will also add in the content. To add in itinerary for the next day, you have to click on Add Itinerary once again. Then, you have to fill in the itinerary title and content. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more itineraries. Following the same process, I have added more trip-related itineraries. If you need additional itinerary fields or require rich text editing for the itinerary, then you can go for our Advanced Itinerary Builder add-on extension. I have created a separate in-depth video tutorial on Advanced Itinerary Builder add-on extension. Please find the link in the description box below. If you want to allow travelers to download the tour details in PDF format and read later, then you can get the Itinerary Downloader add-on extension from the link here. I have created a separate in-depth video tutorial on Itinerary Downloader add-on extension. Please find the link in the description box below. Now click on Save and Continue. Here, you can add in what the cost for the trip includes and excludes. So you can add in the section title over here. I will add in the section title as cost. Then you can also add in the cost includes title. Now you have to add in the list of services that are included by the trip cost. Similarly, add in the cost excludes title. Then add in the list of services that are excluded in the trip cost. Then click on Save and Continue. This will take us to the Trip Info tab. Now, if you are wondering what Trip Info tab is, you can add various information about the trips here. To make it more clearer to you, I will go over to our demo page. Let's go to the top. And these are the trip facts over here. All of these trip-related facts or information, these are the trip information or trip infos. Now let's see how we can add them. So let's go back. First, add in the section title. Now because the trip information is not added, it is not displaying here. To add in the trip information, that is another way. I will demonstrate it to you. First, let's click on Save and Continue to save the changes we have made so far. We'll have to go back to our dashboard. So I will just duplicate this tab. And I will slide this tab over here. Then let's go back to our dashboard. Now, go to WP Travel Engine, then go to Settings. From under General tab, go to Trip Info. From here, you will be able to add trip information or trip facts. All you have to do is click on Add Trip Info, Then you have to add in the field name, field icon, field type, and you can also add in the field placeholder. Let's start by adding field name. So if the trip information is about transportation, you can add in the field name as transportation. Then you can also add in the relevant field icon. Click on Add Fact icon. Now you can search for the icon from here, or you can also manually select from the list of available icons. I will select an icon from here. From the field type, you have to click on Choose Input Type. It can be text, number, select, text area or duration. The field type you select depends upon the field name you add. For now, the field name is transportation, so the field type will be text as the input for transportation will be text. Had the field name been altitude or number of days or something that required number as input, it would be number. Similarly, you can choose input type depending upon the field name you have added. So let's select text for now. Then you can also add in the field placeholder. I'm going to skip adding the field placeholder for now. To add in another trip info, you have to click on Add Trip Info once again. Then you have to follow the same process. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more trip facts. I have added more trip infos following the same process. Now, you can also change the minimum and maximum age icon from here. This is the default minimum age icon. If you wish to remove it, you have to click on the Remove button. Then, you have to click on Minimum Age Icon button. Then, you can select from the list of available icons here. And it is the same process for changing the maximum age icon. You have to click on the Remove button. Just hover your cursor around the icon that is already here, which will display the Remove button. You have to click on it. This will remove the icon that is already here. Then to add in a new icon, you have to click on Maximum Age Icon button. Then select from the list of available icons. You can also search for the icon from the search bar. You can also add global trip highlights from here. Earlier, we added individual trip highlights for individual trips. But the trip highlights you add from global trip highlights will be displayed for all of the trips created in your booking widget. So you have to click on Add Trip Highlight, then add in the trip highlight. Then you can also add in the help text here. To add more global trip highlights, you have to click on Add Trip Highlight and you have to follow the same process. If you wish to delete the global trip highlight at any point, you can click on the delete icon here. Now click on Save and Continue. Now let's go back, scroll down, go to Trip Info. And now here you will see the option to select the trip information. If you click on Select Trip Fact, this will display the list of trip information that we added earlier from the dashboard. Go back. If this information does not display immediately, please make sure that you refresh the tab. Now, to add in the trip info, click on Select Trip Fact. Then you have to select the trip facts from here. So let's select transportation and click on Add Fact. This will add the trip information. Now over here, you have to add in the information about transportation. So the information about transportation can be bus, airplanes, trains, taxi, and so on. Now let's add in another trip fact. Click here. This time, let's select maximum altitude and click on Add Fact. Now you will notice that for the maximum altitude, if you try to input text, it will not be entered. But if you add in number, the number can easily be added. And that is because while creating the trip information from the dashboard over here, for maximum altitude, we have added number. Let's go back. Now, you can add in more trip infos following the same process. Click here, select the trip info, click on Add Fact. Then keep on adding more trip facts. Following the same process, I have added all of the trip infos. After you are done, click on Save and Continue. Next is Gallery. You can add trip-related images in the Gallery section. All you have to do is enable the toggle. Now to add a new image, click on Add Image. Then you can select the image of your choice. Click on Add Image and this will add the image to the image gallery. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more images. To add in the video, scroll down. You have to enable the video gallery, and here you have to enter the YouTube or Vimeo video URL. All you have to do is copy and paste the link of the YouTube or the Vimeo video that you wish to feature on your trip page. Just paste the link to the video. I have added a YouTube video link here. Then you have to click on Add Video. This will embed the video that you wish to feature on your trip page. After you are done, click on Save and Continue. Next is the map. First, you have to add in the section title for the map. Let's add it as map. Then you can upload the map image by clicking on Upload Image. You can select the image of your choice, or you can also embed a map by adding in map iframe code. To add in a map iframe code, it is very easy. Just go to Google Maps. Now search for your desired location. I will search for Orly Airport, France. Click on the Share button. Click on Embed a Map option. Click on Copy HTML. Now over here, you have to paste the code that you have just copied. After you are done, click on Save and Continue. And this will take us to FAQs. Here, you can add in the trip-related frequently asked questions and answers. First, add in the section title. To add the FAQs, click on Add FAQs. Here, you have to add in the FAQ question. And let's add in the answer. To add in more FAQs, you have to click on Add FAQs, and following the same process, you can keep on adding more FAQs. I have added more FAQs following the same process. After you are done, click on Save and Continue. Next is File Downloads. If you wish to provide downloadable files such as brochures, guidebooks, offline maps, then you can go for our File Downloads add-on extension. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial for File Downloads add-on extension. You can find the link in the description box below. We are done with all of the tabs. Now, let's move on to the right-hand side. We will now assign our newly created trip with destination, activities, and trip type categories that we created in the beginning of this video. You have to assign the categories by simply checking into this little box right beside each of the category names. For example, if I wish to assign this particular trip with Bhutan destination, then I have to select Bhutan. Similarly, for activities, if I wish to assign hiking, then I'll have to select hiking. Then for the trip types, if I wish to assign this particular trip with budget-friendly trip type, then I have to select budget friendly by simply checking into this little box here. You can also create new categories for each of the taxonomies with the help of the link that is available here. But to add in the thumbnail image and the description, you will have to go back to each of the categories from respective taxonomies like we did earlier in the video. This is the advantage of creating taxonomies right before creating our very first trip. Now, let's add in the featured image. To add in the featured image, click on Set Featured Image. Then select the image of your choice. Click on Set Featured Image. And now the featured image has been added. We are done with creating our very first trip. Now, let's publish our very first trip. And let's view the trip in the front end. And here is the trip that we just created. Here is the featured image. Here is the gallery, the images that we added, the video that we embedded, the trip title, trip description, the number of days for the trip. Here is the booking widget, along with pricing and other details. This is the global trip highlight. And here is a small question mark icon here. If you hover your cursor over it, you will find the help text that we added. Here is the trip information. Here is the trip overview we added, the individual trip highlights, the day-to-day itinerary, the cost includes and excludes information, the frequently asked questions and answers, and the map that we embedded. Let's go to the top. So here is the first trip we created. Now let's go back to our Edit Trip tab. Now for some of the tabs like Trip Info, Gallery, and Map, you will find shortcodes. You can use these shortcodes to display relevant information in the trip page or your blog post, pages, tabs, or widgets, as it is mentioned here. Let me demonstrate how you can make use of these shortcodes. Let's start with the map. So right now, if you go over to the front end, the map is embedded on your trip page. If you go to Map, here is the map that we embedded. If you wish to display this map on a different page on your travel website, then that is possible with the help of the shortcode. Let's see how we can do that. So let's go back and I will copy the shortcode in advance. Let's go back to our dashboard and now we will create a new page for the map. So go to Pages and click on Add New. Let's give a title. Now all you have to do is paste the shortcode that you just copied. Click on Publish. Now let's view the page in the new tab in our front end, and you will see the map is now here on this newly created page. The same map that we embedded for the trip page can also be embedded on a different page to display on your travel website. Now for the gallery, you will find shortcode for your video. So just like with the map, I will copy the shortcode in advance. Let's go back to our dashboard and let's go back, go to Post and click on Add New. This time we will embed the video in a blog post. So I will just add in a random title and I will add some content here. I have added some content. Now let's make space for the shortcode. You can add it anywhere you wish to. Paste the shortcode that you just copied. Now click on Publish. Let's view the blog post in the new tab in the front end. And here, the video that we embedded on our trip page is also embedded on our blog post. Let's go back to our Edit Trip tab. You can do the same for the trip info. All you have to do is copy the trip info shortcode, then you can paste it on a blog post, pages or tabs and display it on your travel website. If you have any questions or confusions regarding this, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team with the help of the link I have added in the description box below. We are done with creating our very first trip. Now let's go back to our dashboard, back to dashboard home. If you wish to see the trip that you have just created, you have to go to trips, then click on all trips, where you will see the new trip that you have just created. I will now show you how you can copy the same trip. All you have to do is click on the clone option. Then you can change the title, the description, change other settings, as well as assign a different destination activities trip type, replace the featured image, then you can publish the trip. So for this trip, let me change the title. Then from the right hand side, I will change the trip type. I will also change the activity and let the destination be Bhutan. Then I will replace the featured image. Click on Replace Image. Then select the image of your choice. Click on Set Featured Image. Now, let's publish the trip. And if you view the trip in the New tab in the front end, you will see a new trip has been created. Let's go back and back. Right now, the trip that we just cloned is not displaying, so we will give this tab a refresh. And here is the trip that we just cloned. Following the same process, you can clone and create a new trip. Let me pause the video for a while, create a few more trips, and we will continue with the video. I have added a few more trips. Now that we are done with creating our trips, let's continue with our customizer settings. So I will cross out the unwanted tabs and let's continue with the customizer settings from the customizer tab. We are done with site identity. Let's go to appearance settings. First is colors. From here, you will be able to change the background color of your entire site. All you have to do is click on select color. Then you can select the color of your choice from the color palette available here. Simply select the color that you wish to select. Then you can move around this pointer as well as the slider to adjust the tone that you wish to add to your website. And after this, let's hide controls. Your site background color will change. You can also add in the hex value of your desired color, and if you click on default, the color will set back to default. Let's go back. Next is the background image. This option allows you to add a background image to your site. Click on Select Image. Then you can select any image of your choice. After selecting the image, click on Choose Image. And that particular image will be displayed as the background image of your entire site. When you add the background image, it also unfolds the rest of the options. From preset, you can select your image settings to default, fill screen, fit to screen, repeat, and custom. You can also select the image position. You can select the image size from original to fit to screen to fill screen. You can also choose to repeat or not repeat the background image, as well as scroll or not scroll the image with page. Please feel free to explore these options. If you find any difficulties, if you have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. Or you can directly reach out to our support team. I'm not going to add the background image, so you can click on the remove button to remove the background image, which will then remove the background image from your site. Let's go back. If you have made any changes from colors or background image, please don't forget to click on the publish button. Next is typography. Here you will find the option to load Google fonts locally. By default, the theme fetches font from Google, but if you enable this option, it will store the font on your site. This will help to improve your website speed. So simply check into this little box, and after you enable the option, it will also unveil the options to preload local fonts. So you can enable this option. Preloading Google fonts will also speed up your website speed. The next option is to flush local fonts cache. You can click this button to reset the local fonts cache. Click on Publish to save the changes. The next option is Layout Settings. First is the header layout. You can select from two different header layouts. The first option or the second one. We will go with second one. Let's go back. Next is the banner layout. You have two options to select as your banner layout. Currently, layout number 2 has been selected. You can go with layout number 1 as well. I will go with banner layout number 2. Next is general sidebar layout. Under general sidebar layout, you will find the options for page, for post, and the default sidebar layout. The page sidebar layout is the general sidebar layout for pages. The post sidebar layout is the general sidebar layout for posts and custom post, whereas the default sidebar layout is the general sidebar layout for whole site. The concept of all three sidebar layouts are the same. The only difference is that while the page and the post sidebar layout works for pages and blog post and custom post, the default sidebar layout works for whole site. I will explain the post and the default sidebar layout concept, and you can apply the same concept for the page sidebar layout as well. So for the post sidebar layout, let's scroll down and go to our blog section. So here are the blog posts. Later in the video, I will also show you how you can create your very first blog post. Let's open the first blog post, and right now you will see that this blog post has right sidebar layout as the default layout, which is also shown here in the sidebar layout option. If you wish to select no sidebar layout, that is to have your blog post without any sidebar, your blog post will now no longer have any sidebar to it. Similarly, you can go for the other two options. I will stick with the default layout option, the default sidebar layout option. The next is default sidebar layout. As I mentioned before, this is the general sidebar layout for whole site. To demonstrate an example, I will go to the blog page. So from the breadcrumb, I will just click on blog to access the blog page. And as you can see, the default sidebar layout is to have the right sidebar layout, which is why the sidebar is displaying on the right hand side. If you select left, the sidebar will display on the left hand side, and if you choose with no sidebar layout, the blog page will not have any sidebar to it. Again, I will stick with the default sidebar layout. If you have made any changes, please don't forget to click on the publish button. Now, let's go to the front page settings. The first option is banner section. Under banner options, You will find two different options. The first is to disable the banner section altogether. So if you select Disable Banner Section, the banner section will not be visible anymore on your site, and it will also hide the rest of the options. The next option is to select a static or a video call to action banner. If you wish to display a video on your banner, then you can select Header Video option. All you have to do is click on Select Video. Then you can either select the video from the media library, or you can also upload one. You'll then have to click on Choose Video, after which the video will be displayed here as your banner. If you happen to own a YouTube channel, you can also feature your YouTube video as your banner. You simply have to copy and paste the link to the YouTube video inside of this box. Let me paste a YouTube video here. As soon as you add in the YouTube URL, the video displays here. I'm going to remove the URL. Next, you can also select header image like how it is displaying right now. The current header image is the suggested image. If you wish to add a different image, you can click on Add New Image. Then you can select any image from the media library and select that image, which will then display as your header image. If you wish to hide the image, you can click on the Hide Image button. Next, you can add in the banner title here. This is the default title. Just remove the title, then add in the title of your choice. And it is the same with the subtitle. You can also add call to action button. So you have to add in the banner label. Then inside of the banner link box, you'll have to add in the featured link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the call to action button. After you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Next is the search section. Here, you will find the option to enable the search bar. This is the search bar. If you wish to disable it, you'll have to disable or uncheck this option, which will hide or disable the search bar. To display it back on, you'll have to check into this box once again, and the search bar will be displayed. The next option is Intro section. So this is the intro section. You can enable or disable the section by checking or unchecking into this little box. When you uncheck this option, the intro section will be disabled. And when you enable it by checking into this little box, it will be displayed on your site right beneath the search bar. So here is the intro title, which is displaying right over here. If you wish to change it, you simply have to remove the intro title that is already here and type in the intro title of your choice, which will then be displayed here on your right hand side. Similarly, you can change the default section description. You have to remove the description that is here in default, then add in the intro section description of your choice. Similarly, for the image that is displaying here, you have to select the image, then you have to click on the Remove button, then you have to click on Add Media and select the image of your choice. Then you can change the Read More label from here. Know More About Us is the default Read More label. To change it, just like with the title and description, you'll have to remove it, then add in the Read More label of your choice. Then inside the Read More label URL, you'll have to copy and paste the link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on Know More About Us button here. I hope the concept is clear to you. If it is not, please do let me know in the comment section below. Next is the destination section. The first option is to enable or disable the section. You can either select to disable the section, which will disable the section from your site, or you can enable the section by selecting the option. To change the title, you can do that from here. To change the section description, you can do that from here. Now the content that is displaying here is the demo content. If you wish to disable the demo content, there is the option to disable the demo content. You have to unselect this little box and it will disable the demo content. After disabling the demo content, you can select your top destinations from here. All you have to do is click on Choose Category here. This will reveal a list of drop-down menu. Then you can select destinations of your choice. If you select Nepal, for example, it will display in the top destination section in your front page. Similarly, you can select other destinations by simply clicking on them. You can change the top destination label from here. This is the top destination label and this is the label that is given here in default. You have to remove the label from here, then add in the label of your choice to override it. And you have to do the same to override the destination view more label. Remove the label that is already here and add in the label of your choice, which will then be displayed over here. Inside the destination view more link, you will have to copy and paste the featured link to the page or the post where your visitors will land on when they click on the View All button here. Now click on Publish. Let's go to the front end. Scroll down to top destination section. This is the demo content. Now let's give it a refresh and you will see the changes here. Let's go back and back. Next is the testimonial section. The client testimonial section displays all the client testimonials from your clients like you are seeing on the screen right now. For testimonials to display, you will need to install and activate our Trip Reviews add-on extension. All the trip reviews that are added by your users will be displayed as testimonials on your testimonial section. I have added the link to the extension in the description box below. I have also created a separate in-depth video tutorial explaining Trip Reviews add-on extension, which also covers how to make use of the plugin in detail. So right now, the demo content is being displayed. If you wish to disable the demo content, you'll have to uncheck this box here. And if you have added the Trip Reviews add-on, it will give you the option to select Trip Reviews to display as the client testimonials in the client testimonial section. For now, we have not added the Trip Reviews add-on, which is why I will enable the testimonial demo content. To change the section title, you can do that from here. The default title is Client's Testimonial. Remove the title that is already here, then add in the title of your choice. And you can do the same with section description. To change the Read More label, you can do that from here. Then inside the testimonial button URL, you'll have to copy and paste the featured link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the Read More Reviews button. After you are done, you have to click on the Publish button. Next is the Popular section. Here, you will be able to add in the popular trips. The first option is to enable or disable the section. You can either select to disable the popular section by unselecting the Enable section option. This will then hide the popular section. If you wish to display it back on, you'll have to check into this little box, which will then display the popular trip section once again. Right now, the demo content is being displayed. To disable the demo content, you'll have to uncheck Enable Popular Demo Content, which will then disable the demo content. After that, we can select the trips of our choice to display as popular trips on our front page. So from Select Popular Trips, you have to click on Choose, and it will display the list of trips that you can select from to display on your Popular Trip section. So let's select them one by one. For now, I have selected 6 trips. You can select more trips if you wish to. To change the section title, you can do that from here. And to change the section description, you can do that from here. Remove the content that are already here, then add in the title and description of your choice. Then you can do the same to change the Popular View More label. And inside the Popular View More link box, you'll have to copy and paste the feature link. Upon clicking the View More Trips button, your visitors will land on the page or the post of which the featured link you have added here. Click on Publish to save the changes. Now let's go over to our front end and let's give it a refresh. And you will see the changes here. The demo content is now replaced by the trips that we have created and selected as the popular trips on our front page in our website. Let's go back. Next is the activity section. Just like with most of the front page sections, the first option is to enable or disable the activity section. You can remove it, which will disable or remove the activity section. When you check into this little box once again, the activity section will be displayed back on. Now this is the demo content and it is enabled because Enable Activities Demo Content option is enabled. So if you uncheck this little box, the demo content will not be displayed anymore. You can then select activities of your choice. Click on Choose Category. Now select the activities that you wish to display in the activity section. Simply click on the activities to select them and they will be displayed here. You can change the section title from here. The default title is category, so let's change it. Remove the title that is already here, then add in the title of your choice. I will add in the section title as activities. You can change the section description from here. This is the default section description. You can remove the section description from here, then add in the section description of your choice. Click on Publish to save the changes after you are done. Let's go to our front end. And here is the demo content. Now we will replace it by refreshing the tab. And the demo content has now been replaced by the activities that we selected from our customizer. And you can see the default title has also been changed. Back to our customizer tab. Next is the special offer section. Firstly, you can enable or disable the special offer section. If you uncheck Enable Section option, the special offers will not be displayed here anymore. If you select to enable the section, the special offers will be displayed here. This is the demo content, and that is because the Enable Special Offer Demo Content option has now been enabled. To disable, you have to uncheck the Enable Demo Content option, and it will disable the demo content. After disabling the demo content, you will be able to select special offers from here. Now click on the Choose option here, which will give you the option to select from the list of the trips that you wish to display as special offers trip. You only have to click on the trips to select them as special offers. I will select 3 trips as the special offers trip. You can select more trips if you wish to. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go to our front end. And this is the demo content. Let's refresh the tab. And the demo content has now been replaced by the trips we selected as special offers. Back to our customizer. Also, you can change the section title from here. You can change the section description from here. Whatever title and description you add, it will replace the default title and description for your special offer section. Back, next is the call to action section. First, you can enable or disable the call to action. So if you choose to unselect the enable section option, the call to action section will be disabled. If you select it by checking into enable section option, it will display back on. Then you can add in your call to action section title here. Remove the title that is already here. By deleting it, then you can add in the title of your choice, which will then be displayed here. And you can do the same with the description. This is the default description. Remove it, then type in the description of your choice. This is the default background image. To select a different background image, you have to click on Change Image. Then you can select any image of your choice. I will go with the default section title, description and background image. If you have made any changes, please don't forget to click on Publish. Next is the Info section. This section allows you to add various information about your travel website. To add in information, you have to click on Add Block. Now click on Browse All. Scroll down to Widgets. From here, you have to select Widget Group. Click on Add Block icon once again. This time, you have to select Paragraph. This will give you the option to add in the title of the information as well as the description. Let's add in the title. After you add in the title, it displays here on the right hand side. Now, let's add in the description. After you add in the description, it displays here. To add in another information, you have to click on Add Block once again. Now, again, you have to add Widget Group. This time, the Widget Group widget is displaying here. You can also search for the widget from here by typing in the name Widget Group. Select Widget Group. Click on Add Block once again. Select Paragraph. Now add in the title and the description. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more information about your travel website and company in the information section in your front page. I have added more infos following the same process. Now click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go to our front end and let's give it a refresh. And the info section is now visible on our site in the front end. Let's go back to our customizer and back. Next is the blog section. Before we explore the settings from here, I will show you how you can create your very first blog post. Let's go back to our dashboard. To create your very first blog post, you'll have to go to Post and click on Add New. Now, add in the title of your blog post as well as add in the content. I have added some content here. If you wish to add in the image, all you have to do is click on the Add Block icon. Now, you have to select Image. You can either upload the image, select the one from the media library, or you can insert from URL. I'm going to select Image from the media library. So click on Media Library. Then you can select the image of your choice. Let's go with this one and click on Select. Now move on to your right hand side and click on Post. Here you will see the option to add categories. You can create categories from here and assign to your newly created blog post. To add in the category, click on Add New Category. Now give your category a name. Then you can either click on Add New Category or click on the Enter button. You can keep on adding more categories following the same process. I will create 2 more categories here. To assign the categories, you simply have to check into the respective boxes of the categories. For example, if I wish to assign hiking to this blog post, then I can uncheck the rest too. And if the hiking category was not checked in already, I will have to select the hiking category by checking into this little box. When you create a new blog post, you can assign rest of the categories following the same process. You can also add in tags to your blog post. Just make sure that when you add in tags, you separate them with the commas or the enter key. Now you can set in the featured image for your blog post. I would highly recommend you to add in a featured image because if you don't, it will display a gray layout on your site in the front end and it will not look very flattering, so please make sure you add in the featured image. Click on Set Featured Image. Now select the featured image that you wish to display. I will select this one, click on Set Featured Image, and now click on the Publish button. Your first blog post has been created. Let's view our blog post in the new tab in the front end, and this is what it looks like. Let's go back. To view all of your blog posts, you have to go to Posts and click on All Posts. This will display all of the blog posts that you have created so far. You can also assign categories to your blog post from here. For example, if you wish to assign a different category to the third and second blog posts, you only have to click on Quick Edit option here. This gives you the option to select a different category. So instead of uncategorized, you can select luxury, click on update, and luxury category will be assigned to the third blog post. Similarly, for the second blog post, click on Quick Edit. Again, instead of uncategorized from the list of categories, you can unselect it and you can select other categories. Click on Update, and they will be assigned to your second blog post. Now let's go to the Customizer settings and we will continue with the settings here. The first option is to enable or disable the blog section. If you wish to disable it, you can uncheck or unselect the Enable Section option. If you wish to display it, you have to select the Enable Section option once again, and it will display your blog post as well as the blog section. The blog post that we just created is also now displaying on our blog section. You can change the default title from here, remove the title that is already here in default, then add in the title of your choice. You can also add in the blog description. After you are done, click on Publish. Now let's go over to our front end and let's give it a refresh and you will see the changes here accordingly. Let's go back and back. Last is Recommendation and Associated Section. The first option is to enable Recommended Section. So select Enable Recommended Section from here. Then you can change the recommendation title. Then for the recommendation description, you simply have to remove the description that is already here and add in the description of your choice, which will be displayed here on your site. Now to add recommendation, you have to click on Add New Recommendation button. Click on Add Image. Now you can select the logo or image of the recommender. Then you can click on Select, which will then be displayed here. You can also add in the featured link for the image here. To add another recommendation, click on Add New Recommendation once again. Click on Add Image. Select the logo or image of the recommender and click on Select. Then add in the featured link. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more recommendations. I have finished adding all of the recommendations and they are displaying here. Similar to recommendation section, you can also enable associated section. You simply have to enable the associated section by selecting Enable Associated Section. This will then display the default title as well as the description that you can replace from here. Then just like how we added image for the recommendation, for associated, you can click on Add New Associated. Click on Add Image. Select the image. Then you can also add in the featured link for image. Then following the same process, you can keep on adding more images. I will not enable associated section, so I'm going to unselect the option. After you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go to our front end, give it a refresh. And here is the recommendation section. Let's go back to our customizer and back. We are done with our front page settings. Next is the trip page settings. Here you will find related trip settings. I will show you what related trips are. We will go to the top. Then let's go to one of the destinations. Let's select Nepal and we will select one of the trips. Let's select the fourth one. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, these are the related trips. The related trips show for each of the single trip pages. If you wish to disable them, you can unselect Show Related Trips option. If you uncheck Show Related Trips option, the related trips will not be displayed here anymore. If you wish to show them back on, you have to select the option once again, which will then display related trips on your site in your single trip pages. To change the related trip section title, you can do that from here. Remove the default title that is already here, then add in the title of your choice. Next, you can select post per page. By default, 3 is selected. You can increase it. If you set post per page to 4, 4 different related trips will be displayed in related trip settings. Likewise, you can increase or decrease the number. I'm going to set it back to 3. Then click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. Next is the General Settings. From General Settings, we have already covered the header and social media settings. So let's go to SEO Settings. To demonstrate the settings for SEO Settings, let's go back to our home page. Go to the top, back to our home page, scroll down to blog section. And let's open the first blog post. The first option is to enable the last updated post date. This is the updated post date. If you unselect the option, the last updated post date will not be displayed here anymore. Only the published date will be displayed. If you enable the option back again, the updated date will also be displayed. Another option is to enable the breadcrumb. So this right here is the breadcrumb. To disable the breadcrumb, you will have to unselect Enable Breadcrumb option, which will then disable the breadcrumb here. To enable it back on, you will have to select Enable Breadcrumb once again. To change the breadcrumb home text, which is now set as home, you can change the breadcrumb home text from here. Remove the default text, then add in the text of your choice. I would highly recommend you to enable the last updated post date and breadcrumb, because enabling the last updated post date contributes to your blog post SEO, whereas enabling the breadcrumb helps your users navigate easily throughout your website. After you are done, you have to click on Publish to save the changes you have made. Next is the Post Blog and Pages settings. To explore these options, let's go to our blog page. So from the breadcrumb, I will go to the blog page. The first option is to enable the blog excerpt. These are the blog excerpts. If you wish to disable them, you can unselect Enable Blog Excerpt, which will display the full post content for each of the blog posts. And when you enable the blog excerpt, only the excerpt will be displayed for your blog post. You can select excerpt length from here. So right now 55 words have been selected. Let's say you want to display a higher number of words, then you can add in the number here, and 87 words will be displayed as your blog excerpt. The options from Hide Author section to Hide Posted Date affects your individual blog post. So let's go to one of the blog posts from here. Let's go into this one. The first option for your individual post is to hide author section. This is the author section. If you wish to hide the author section, you can select Hide Author section, which will hide the author section from your blog post. If you wish to display it back on, you'll have to uncheck this option. Next, you can also enable to show related posts or disable them. These are the related posts. You can hide them by unchecking the Show Related Post option. And you can show them by selecting the option once again. You can also change the Related Post section title by removing the title that is already here. Then you can add in the title of your choice. Currently, the default title is Keep Reading. If you wish to display something else, then remove the title and type in the title of your choice. Then you can do the same for the related post's link label. The next option is to hide category. If you go to the top, this is the category that we had assigned earlier. If you wish to hide them, you have to check into the Hide Category option and it will hide the categories that were assigned to this blog post. Similarly, to hide the post author, you can select Hide Post Author option, and to hide the posted date, you can select Hide Posted Date option, and they will be hidden from here. To display all of them back on, just unselect all three options and they will be displayed here once again. It is super easy to do that. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. We are done with the general settings. Next is menus. You will be able to create a navigation menu for your site from here. Click on Create New Menu button. Now give your menu a name. I'm going to give the menu name as primary. Then you can select menu locations. You can select the primary location, which is the location over here, or you can select the footer location. I'm going to select primary location, then click on Next. Now click on Add Items. Now you can add various items. You can add pages, you can add post, trip packages, trips, categories, and more. You can also add in custom links from here. For our primary menu, I'll go to Pages. Then let's add in the home page by selecting it. Click on this plus icon here. and home page will be added to your primary menu. Similarly, let's add in the blog page and we will add more. Let's add in the activities, destination and trip types page, and all of the menus that you have added will be added here and they will be displayed on your navigation menu on your site. Now I will also show you how to create the drop-down menu. Simply click on Add Items once again. I will create drop-down menu for activities, destination and trip type. So what I will do is, for activities, I will go to activities. Then I will add in some of the activities from here. Let's add 3. Now I will sort them. I will just put them right below activities. So all I have done is simply drag and drop the item right underneath activities. I will do the same with the rest 2 activities that I just added. Now to create a drop-down menu, simply slide the item towards the right and drop it. And do the same for the rest 2 items. And when you do this, the drop-down menu will be created. Let's hide controls for a while. And here, the drop-down menu for activities item is now displaying. I will create drop-down menu for destination and trip types following the same process. Now, the drop-down menu has also been created for destination and trip types. To add more items, you can click on Add Items and you can add more items following the same process. After you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. Now from the menu locations, you will see that the theme can display menus in 2 locations, primary and the footer. As I said earlier, this is the primary location and you can also create a navigation menu for your footer area. You can follow the same process that I just explained. If you face any difficulties or any confusions, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. Let's go back and back. Let's go to our front end. Let's go to the top and we will give it a refresh, which will display the newly created navigation menu. Let's go back. Next is the widgets. First is Sidebar. To explore the sidebar settings, let's go to our blog page. So again, from the breadcrumb, or you can also now access blog page from the navigation menu. Scroll down. So this is the sidebar that is already here in default. Let me remove all of the sidebar blocks from here one by one and we will create a fresh sidebar. I have removed all of the widgets. Now let's add fresh widgets for our sidebar. You simply have to click on the Add Block icon here. Now click on Browse All. You can select from the blocks that you wish to display. I'm going to select widgets to display on the sidebar. So from here you can select from any of the highly customizable widgets. First widget I will select is Meta. Select Meta and the meta links will be displayed here. Then you can also change the title. I will change the title to Quick Links. And you will be able to see the changes in real time. Let's add some more widgets. Again, click on Add Block icon. You can also search for a particular widget. So let's say, for example, if I wish to add in destination widget, I can simply search for the widget by typing destination and it will be displayed here. Click on the widget to select it. This will display all of your created destination on the sidebar. You can further configure it. So add in the section title here. Then you can also add in the section description. After you add in the title and destination, it will be displayed here. To further configure it, you have to make sure that you select the widget from here. Then you have to click on these 3 dots. Then click on Show More Settings. From here, you will find various settings to configure your destination widget. First, you can enable or disable to show the section title and subtitle. You can disable to show the section subtitle and the section title by disabling the toggles. I will only enable to show the section title. Next, you can select cards layout. You can select from layout number 1, which is the current layout. You can select layout number 2 or layout number 3. I will go with layout number 1. Then you can also enable to show children destination. You can also select to show the destination as default, or you can also choose from the list. If you select to choose from the list, you will be able to select all of the destinations or the destinations that you have created earlier. You can select the number of columns from here. So instead of 3, I'm going to set it as 2. And the changes can be seen here. You can also enable or disable to show the trip counts. If you choose to hide it, the trip counts will not be displayed here anymore. You can also enable or disable to show the destination's name. Then you can also enable or disable to show the View More button on hover. As you hover over the destinations, you will see the View More button. You can disable that from here, and you can change the default View More label from here. From additional settings, you can enable to show View All. This will display the View All button over here, and you can change the label from here. I'm going to disable to show View All label. You will also find advanced settings. If you find any difficulties going through these settings, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can also reach out to our support team. Now click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. Following the same process, let's add another widget. Click on Add Block, click on Browse All, and this time, let's add in Activities. Click on the widget to select it. This will display the activities that you have created earlier for your travel website on your sidebar. Let's configure it. Again, click on the 3-dot options here and click on Show More Settings. Just like with Destinations widget settings, you will find similar settings here. You will be able to show or hide the section title and subtitle. You will be able to select card layouts, show or hide children activities, show activities based on default, or you can choose activities from list. I will go with default. Then you can select number of items to be displayed here, as well as select the number of columns. Again, I'm going to set the number of columns as 2. You can choose to show trip counts, set the trip count label, show or hide activities name, as well as show or hide View More button on hover, and change the default View More label. And you also have additional settings to show View All button. Let's go back. Now for another widget, click on Add Block, click on Browse All. Then from the widgets, after adding destinations and activities, I will also add in trip types. Select trip types. Then I will add in the section title. Then click on the 3 dots. Select Show More Settings, and I will configure all of the settings from here following the same process. I will also add section title for activities, and after you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Now let's go over to our front end and we will give it a refresh. Then let's go to our blog page and you will see the sidebar has now been added. You can add more widgets to your sidebar following the same process. You can select from any of the highly customizable widgets that are available to add as your sidebar. Let's go back to our customizer. And now we will configure the footer areas. So let's scroll down to our footer area. First is footer area number 1. Adding widgets to your footer areas is similar to adding widgets to your sidebar. All you have to do is click on the Add Block option. Then you can either search for the widget that you wish to add, or you can click on Browse All. Then select from the list of available widgets here. Just like how I added Meta for our sidebar, I will select Meta for the footer area as well, and it will be displayed here. You can add in the title over here. You can override the title by adding the title of your choice over here. Let's go back for footer area number 2. Click on Add Block. Click on Browse All. Again, you can select from the list of available widgets. This time, let's select Latest Post. To further configure it, click on 3 dots, click on Show More Settings, and here you will find a bunch of settings. You can also enable to display the post content. You can select to display only excerpt or full post. For now, I'm going to disable post content. Then you can configure post meta settings. You can display the author name and display the post date. You can also enable to display the featured image. When you enable it, the featured image for each of the latest blog posts will be displayed. Next, you can select the image size. It can be thumbnail, medium, or large. Or you can also customize the image dimensions. You can select the image dimension and you can also reset the settings by clicking on the Reset button. Then you can select Image Alignment. You can select from 4 different options available. I will select the second one. You can also add link to featured image by enabling the toggle here. Then from under Sorting and Filtering, you can select to display the blog post from newest to oldest, oldest to newest, A to Z, or Z to A. You can set the categories. You can select author and the number of items of the blog post to be displayed here. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back and back. Following the same process, I will configure footer area number 3 and footer area number 4. I have added widgets to all 4 footer areas. Now click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go over to our front end and we will go to the home page, scroll down. And here are the footer areas that we just configured. Let's go back. We are done with widgets. We have also configured our homepage settings. Now let's go to footer settings. First is footer bottom settings. Here you can add additional information about your travel website, such as a short description, contact details, email addresses, and so on. The default content is already given here. To override them, you'll have to remove the default content that is already here, then replace them with the content of your choice. You can do that with all of the sections. Next is copyright settings. The first option is to enable payment. So whatever payment is enabled from your travel website, you can simply choose to enable the payment. Then you can add in the payment image. Simply click on Select Image. Then select the payment image. I have selected the image of credit card here. Now click on Choose Image. And the credit card image will be displayed here. Next, you can edit the footer copyright text. Please note that the theme author and WordPress information cannot be edited out. The option to hide them is only available in Travel Muni Pro theme. However, with the free theme, you can edit out this information. So I will simply copy the copyright text that is already here. Now you can remove or add a different copyright text of your choice. I will add more footer copyright text, that is all rights reserved, and whatever you add or remove from here will be reflected over here in your footer copyright text area. Now click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go to our front end and let's give it a refresh. And you will see the changes here. Let's go back and back. Lastly, we have additional CSS. With the help of this option, you can add your own CSS code to customize the appearance and layout of your site. Simply copy and paste the code here and click on Publish. We are done with our customizer settings. Let's go to the top. Now, let's go to our site in the front end. Go to the top, give it a final refresh, and let's take a look at our site for the last time. So that was it. If you have any questions or confusions, please do let me know in the comment section below, or you can always reach out to our support team. I have added the link to creating support ticket in the description box below. If you liked this video, please give us a like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please help us grow. This video tutorial will be followed up by Travel Muni Pro theme. So please don't forget to click on the bell icon to never miss any updates and notifications. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you in our next video.